Hello, collectors. Welcome to episode 39 of Statue Talk. I'm your host, Joe Prodzik. With me, as always, the Kato Kid, Kwong Tran. Now, Statue Talk is a show where Kwong and I share our thoughts and opinions, upcoming statue previews, pre-orders, share with you some updates to our collection. Now, thanks for joining us for this week's episode. Kato, hit the music.
Because the devil made me do it.
All right, Kwong, it's been 2 weeks since our last episode. Last weekend, you and I went and saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. So without spoilers, Kwong, give me your thoughts on that movie.
For me, the rating for it, I would definitely give it a straight 7 out of 10. For me, I felt like Guardians 1 was a 7.5. Slightly better. I felt like a lot of fans of the Guardians of the Galaxy, like, comics would really like it a lot because there's so many Easter eggs. There's like a lot of Easter eggs. And I felt like that's kind of what the movie was more about, was all the Easter eggs. Didn't really set up much of the Infinity War, I don't think. But I thought it was okay.
Now let me ask you this question. Before this episode, how much Haterade have you been drinking?
That much?
It only takes that much to give Guardians of the Galaxy a 7 out of 10?
What would you give it? Like, it's definitely not better than the first one. I love the humor in it, but I felt like sometimes it was a little bit too much, but I thought it was good. It wasn't great, but I thought it was good.
Sure, I agree with you that it was 0.5 less good than the first one.
Yes.
But Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, is probably the best Marvel movie made.
What?
Period.
It's pretty good.
And definitely higher than a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay, if anything, if you really... Because of the hater-rated, probably Guardians of the Galaxy was probably like an 8. And
no, you already...
but whatever.
You already gave it a 7.5.
I'll stick with that.
Stick with a 7.5. That's your score. That's your opinion. That's okay. I was expecting you to say it was higher than that.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a solid 9 out of 10. The first one?
Oh, okay.
Maybe this one is an 8.5 out of 10.
True. If anything, Guardians 8 was an 8. First one was an 8.
No, you already said 7.5. There's no take-backs now.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
That I'm calling you out about it.
That's fine.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinions.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I think viewers can chime in on what your thoughts were about the rating of that movie and what Kwong gave the rating of that movie.
Because I stick to my rating because I have stuff to back it up with it. But that's just me though.
Well, I really enjoyed it. Thought it was a little bit not as good as the first one. Mm-hmm. But like I said, I think the first one is probably one of the best, if not the best, Marvel movie.
Okay, nice. Better than Winter Soldier?
Yes.
Better than the Avengers?
Yes. Those would probably be my top 3.
Yeah, I agree.
But
better than Ant-Man?
Of course. So I think Guardians is number 1.
Yep.
If I was forced to choose, it depends on what day, what mood I'm in.
Yeah. Would
decide which is the top spot. But if I was forced to choose, say Guardians Volume 1 would be number 1.
Okay. It's fair. I see. Because it's probably my top 5.
Yeah, I hate to see what your ratings for the other movies are. But I definitely recommend seeing it. Probably the part I'm most excited about is one of the Easter eggs at the end, where we might have... There's a rumor that we might have Adam Warlock for the next Guardians movie.
Yes.
I think it's more than a rumor. I think the director, James Gunn, came out and said he wants Adam Warlock in the third movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that third movie, Guardians movie, won't be out
until
before
2020.
Before Infinity War.
It's after Infinity War.
So that means Adam Warlock will not be a part of Infinity War, at least the first one.
Yes, they said that he's going to be in the Avengers 4.
Maybe.
I think it's official. It's official.
No, it's not official.
It's official.
Nothing's official for
right here.
Avengers.
Saying it right
4.
here. Avengers 4. I don't want.
Oh my gosh, Kwong. Oh, I don't know what our viewers are going to
We're going to go back like 5 years from now and we're going to look at this video and then I was right. Say 5
You're
years.
right that it's
6.
official?
Yeah.
You're not right that it's official because it's not official.
Because it's just,
no
it's going to come out
information on
and then we're going to be like, oh
Avengers
yeah.
Whether your guess is right or not is a different story.
We'll see.
We're talking about the officialness of your statement.
My officialness, yeah. It's still rumor, guys.
You have to forgive him. He comes over and sleeps on the couch for a couple hours. So he just woke up from his little lullaby nap. And maybe that's affecting his brain a little bit. But yeah, so other than seeing Guardians, Kwong, what else have you been up to?
I've actually been up to a lot. Usually most of them like 2 weeks. I usually don't do anything. Actually, but I've been doing a lot. I've actually been catching up on a lot of comics. So that was really awesome. Finished Spider-Verse. Then another Spider-Man storyline that was kind of lame. Then I did move on to Civil War 2. Surprisingly, it was actually pretty good. I thought it was going to be lame because it was like a sequel. It was actually pretty good. And then I jumped over to some Batman stuff. Read some Nightwing, Bloodhaven, going to Bloodhaven and all that stuff. Caught up with that. The huge one that I really liked was the Death of the Family, the 2015 one, the one that I had on my wall.
Yep.
That I never read until just recently. And it was awesome. I was like, that's so cool. I was really glad that I was able to catch up on that because work's been kind of slowish. So I've been able to do that on my downtime. It was fun.
I've been wanting to read more comics. Mm-hmm. I do have a subscription to Marvel Unlimited.
Yeah.
But my tablet broke.
I thought you went to... didn't you just buy a Samsung cheap tablet recently?
No. My daughter used her Christmas money to buy herself a Kindle tablet, but that's not mine.
Oh, but then you put it on your Amazon cart, but you just haven't bought it, right?
I've been looking at the tablet so I can read some more Marvel comics without having to buy them and, take up more room and space. Yeah,
because I remember since your birthday's coming up, originally that's what I was going to get you, but then I thought you were going to buy your own, so because I was going to buy you a high-techy one, but then apparently you was like, oh, I don't really care. I just want to read books. And oh god, I don't know.
Oh, I use my cell phone for most everything. Yep. I use my Kindle Reader to read books, but cell phone and the Marvel Unlimited doesn't work that well on a PC.
It just needs to be
kind of sucks.
Yeah, tablet's like the best.
The app is a lot better, and the tablet is the way to go. I did buy a comic book.
Yeah.
And this is why I like Marvel Digital, because you could see how big this comic is. Mm-hmm. This is the Batman Nightfall Omnibus Volume 1. You can see how huge this is.
Yeah. So does Marvel have... yeah, they do have omnibuses too, but they do have it digitally?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, okay.
That's cool. Read it digitally. DC doesn't have anything like that yet, but so this is the Omnibus of the Nightfall, which I only read a little bit of when it came out, so I wanted to read the whole thing. But this is... some heavy-duty reading.
Yeah,
Kwong. Looking at... let me go to the last page, which does have some art in the back.
I want to say like 300 pages.
Try...
500?
940.
What?
So even for a comic
that's
book,
just part one?
This is going to be heavy-duty. Yep, only part one.
Of the whole series of the Nightfall, or?
Yeah, Nightfall.
Oh, wow. How many is there?
I know of... the second one is available for pre-order.
Oh, okay.
So picked up this on Amazon. It wasn't that expensive. It's $60, but this takes up a lot of real estate.
Oh yeah, it does.
A lot of real estate. Mm-hmm. And then Kwong got this for me for my birthday.
It's an omnibus too.
It's not heavy enough to be an omnibus.
It's a light omnibus.
So this says cbcscomics.com, but I don't think it came from there. Kwong, it looks like it came from eBay.
Oh yeah, it definitely did, but isn't it from their website? Pretty sure it was from cbcswhatever.com, like the website. Could be wrong, but...
Well, Kwong, you ever heard the term CGC or fail?
No.
You haven't heard that term? Mm-mm. You're about to hear it right now.
Oh, am I?
I don't know. I have no idea. There are a couple different grading services, Kwong.
Is there? I thought there was only CGC.
Well, there's several.
But isn't like CGC like the best one?
I don't know about the best, but it's the most well known.
Does it matter what it is? Or?
Some people it does.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'll take this back if you want.
Let's see what it is. Guys, I'm just teasing him, okay?
No, he's not.
I am.
He didn't take his nap, so
I didn't take my nap after sitting in traffic. Oh, you did do good, Kwong.
Did I?
Even though the box does say CBC, you can see it's CGC at the top. So when you hear the term CGC, well, I've never actually heard that term from anybody else.
Okay.
I'm the only one who uses that term, actually.
Copyrighted by Joe.
Yep. Copyrighted by Joe.
Dude, why is that thing so hard? Complicated to take off?
Because you want to protect it in shipping, Kwong. Alright, so let's see what Kwong got me for my birthday. Something I was looking for at Silicon Valley Comic Con, but did not find. So, perfect. So Kwong got me Infinity Gauntlet number 1, CGC 9.8, and I do say
right?
I do say 9.8 or fail. Well, 9.8 is the established highest graded comic book.
Yeah.
Although occasionally, rarely,
there's a 10 once in a while.
You can get 10s if something was just released.
Yeah. Just
released, and it goes from
manufacturer
Marvel to CGC directly.
Mm-hmm.
But usually only very new books. Yeah,
that is first print, right? I'm hoping it is.
Yeah, it doesn't say. It would say on the label, Kwong. It would say second print if it was a different.
So I did good. All right, just checking.
Yeah, so
that would have sucked if that was the second print. I would have been pissed. I would have been pissed, dude.
I guess it would depend on how much you paid for it, whether you'd be pissed or not. Mm-hmm. So, thanks to the Kato Kid Kwong Tran.
I look good with the Thanos, dude.
This book is, it's going to look real good. This book was on my hit list. I don't have a lot of books on my hit list, but this was one of them. Displaying CGC comics, you can display them, but you have to be careful.
Why?
Because light will degrade the color of the comics.
Oh, I thought that was why the case would maybe protect it.
It doesn't protect it from light, though.
Oh, okay.
Though there are covers, sheet protectors like you would get from your film that you could put on top if you want to display them. Oh. There are different kinds of frames that you can buy where it has the UV protection built in. I don't let sunlight come into this room very much. So that's really cool, Kwong. Thank you.
Yep.
Probably my all-time favorite comic. Great to have in my collection.
Technically, you already have it, but just not CGC.
Technically, I already have a reading copy, and now I have the CGC graded.
So did you get it when it first came out? Or?
When it first came out, what is the date on that?
I was not even born yet, dude. No, I think I just was born. 1993.
So July of 1991.
So I wasn't born yet. Yeah.
I don't think I got it when it first came out because I think the first issue that I bought was I have a Ron Lim signed copy of number 6.
Okay.
And I think that might have been the first one. I think I was reading the series when it first came out. Because I remember buying, and I have some of the Silver Surfer books during that time, which I know I bought at the time of release. So I think I did read the Infinity Gauntlet series at the time of release. Cool. So I've been have been wanting to read some more books, especially some Marvel books. Mm-hmm. And Nightfall, Batman, man, that's going to take a long time for me to read.
Yeah.
But I've been still sucked into Star Wars lately. Mm-hmm. catching up on Star Wars Rebels, reading Ahsoka, the novel Ahsoka, and listening to Lords of the Sith audiobook during my commute. So, and then playing Star Wars The Old Republic a lot.
Yep. I've been seeing you play that a lot.
And also watching the movies too. So,
have you been watching them all over again? Just randomly, or
Rogue One, Force Awakens, started A New Hope.
Because the funny thing is that I've only watched Force Awakens twice. For some odd reason, I don't know why I didn't watch it more often.
Yeah, so that's what I've been doing. All Star Wars all the time lately for me.
Yep.
Well, it was May the 4th, so... And then Star Wars
Celebration. Yeah, I was surprised we didn't have a special for that. Last year you had a special, so that's why I forgot to ask. I was like, yeah, last time we were here on Statue Talk, I was like, are you going to do a Star Wars special again? But apparently you didn't.
Well, because I cut a lot of my Star Wars collection out.
Yeah, that's true.
And we're just... my daughter and I are starting it back up again with Hot Toys.
Yeah.
I'm going to launch a new YouTube channel for my daughter and I, focusing on 1/6 scale Star Wars figures and other Star Wars collectibles, cheaper stuff than what we have here on Statue Talk, and kind of different vibe and different feel to it. So when that launches, we'll let everybody know. And but we're not going to start featuring Hot Toys here on our channel because Kwong, it's the Statue Talk, not Hot Toys Talk.
Ha! No.
Yeah. Anyways, let's get started with this week's episode, Kwong. And let's check out some previews and pre-orders. Okay, Kwong. First up, we're going to start with First 4 Figures, a pre-order they have coming out right now. I don't know a lot about this, so I'm hoping you can enlighten me.
From what I'm aware of, Teramasu or whatever his or her name is.
I would say Amaterasu.
Amaterasu?
Amaterasu.
Needs a little bit more Japanese.
From the anime.
From what I'm aware of, it's a game.
A game?
I think it's a graphic novel too.
Okami?
Yeah, I think Okami
Amaterasu.
Yeah. We're totally butchering that, and I totally know it's not right, but yeah, it's from nowhere. I think it's an anime. It has a manga. I definitely know it's a game, and that game like blew up like crazy. There's I don't think there's really talking in it. I think there is a little bit of dialogue, but not talking. A lot of people like it. It's kind of like a little bit of a not really hack and slash game. I don't really know how to explain it. But I know it's a game. A lot of people loved it. And here it is.
Yeah, so this is the First 4 Figures. Okami Amaterasu, life-size bust. She stands at 26.5 inches tall. From the top of Esun's glowing orb to the rotatable base, making for a simply stunning display centerpiece for any Okami fan. This comes in deluxe full-color packaging, hand-numbered base, and an authenticity card that allows you to purchase the same product number for future pieces in the Okami series.
Awesome.
So the exclusive edition has the light up LEDs throughout the flames.
Oh, cool.
And the exclusive edition is also going to come with Okami Amaterasu logo baseball cap in white. So the limited edition is going to be set after 2 weeks. So that's how First 4 Figures does it. They come out with the pre-order, then after 2 weeks, then they'll decide the edition size of the statue. But they have a deadline for it.
Yeah, glad that they do.
So the price of the statue is $724.99 for the exclusive. It's going to be available Q1 of 2018. And the regular light-up version is $674.99.
Wow, $100
So
difference.
about, that's $50, Kwong.
Oh, is it?
$724 versus $674 is a $50 difference. So this one doesn't have the light-up features, but you get...
even though you just said it did, but...
The regular does not have light-up features. Exclusive has light up. Regular does not. And First Four Figures does do payment plans for both of these. Mm-hmm. So you can add this to a payment plan. I know they did a smaller scale version of this character previously.
Oh, yeah, they did.
And First Four Figures allows you to get the same edition number.
Oh, okay.
As what you have previously if you already have the other version. So this is available to pre-order on the First Four Figures website now. And then now we also got a preview of First Four Figures next pre-order.
Yep, from Tekken 5.
Is it Tekken 5?
Yeah.
Or is it Tekken 6?
Oh shit, that is 6.
Okay. So a little teaser of the next Tekken figure from First Four Figures. This is Martial Law. Did you rock this guy when you played Tekken?
Oh yeah, dude. That's the only character I played when I played Tekken.
So First Four Figures, known for producing a lot of videos. Mm-hmm. And they already have a video up of the making of Martial Law statue. Mm-hmm. Now, the pre-order is going to go live 1 hour after their live stream on the 16th of May.
That's 4 days from now.
At 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. New York. So we'll go up for pre-order on the 16th of May.
I think that's Monday? Tuesday? Monday? I don't have my phones on.
It's Tuesday.
Tuesday? Okay.
And so this Martial Law will go up for pre-order then. We'll get to see a full gallery. I really like the look of their Tekken pieces.
Yeah, they do. I think you canceled on the First Four Figure King, right?
I did not.
Oh, you didn't?
Pre-order.
Oh. Oh, no, I remember that's the one that we thought was like really cool.
Yeah, so they did have the King. Mm-hmm. They had the Jin Kazama.
Yeah.
And then we have a new Tekken game coming out soon, right?
Yeah. Wait, is that it? Yeah. Tekken 7?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll probably check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Once it's on sale. Once it's on sale.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Game go on sale really quick nowadays.
Yeah, so you can pre-order that Okami.
Already. Okami Amanda Teta and Martial Law will be pre-ordered on the 16th.
Yes. All right, Kato. Now it's time to talk some Prime Studios. And first up, we're going to start with some teasers.
Yeah, I feel like whenever we talk about Prime One Studios, it's just a bunch of teasers nowadays.
They've been releasing a lot of teasers. That keeps people talking about your stuff.
That's true.
And it keeps them happy, excited, and it keeps those wallets open.
Yep.
So, first up from Alien, this is a little teaser of a face hugger.
Yeah. Literally. Are we still watching Alien next week?
Alien Covenant is coming out next week, and I've heard good things about it.
Really?
I plan on seeing it.
Dude, I've heard so much bad things about it. I don't know what you've been reading, but
your constant. I think Kwong probably walks around in his normal everyday life with an IV stand filled with haterade directly into his veins. Yeah. So that's a little teaser of a face hugger. Mm-hmm. Now we got a little teaser of
Bale Batman.
Bale Batman. A little chest armor there. Mm-hmm. And now we're going to go into some anime teasers, Kwong. And I hope you've been doing your research. Tell me about this first picture.
This one is... Oh shit, I spelled it wrong. Gorin Lauren or something like that.
Which is?
It's just kind of like a mechanized robot fighting anime.
Cool. I know nothing about that. And now another teaser of
Robotech.
Macross.
However you want to say it. It's kind of the same thing. Kind of like it's kind of a little bit like a Gundam or like a Transformer kind of thing. So depends on how you want to look at it.
Lots of people excited about that,
yeah.
I think. Mm-hmm. And then this picture here is the banner from the Prime 1 Collectors group that they just changed. Mm-hmm. This is 1/3 scale Jim Lee Batman teaser. Mm-hmm. It's going to be, even though here it's black and gray, it is going to be the traditional blue and gray.
Yeah.
Like Jim Lee's Batman.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
It's sad that it's 1/3 scale, but What can we do, right? What can we do?
We can kick Akuma out and make room for Batman.
But you said Akuma's your holy grail. No?
I never said that in my life.
No? Oh.
Never said that in my life.
When you got it, you said it was the best piece in your collection.
I did, but did I say it was the best piece of my collection, or did I say it was my holy grail?
Best piece of your collection. Isn't that almost the same thing?
No, there's a difference between best piece, favorite piece, and holy grail.
Okay, what's holy grail then?
Holy grail is the statue you're constantly looking for. You can't quite get it, and eventually you do. You have to go on like a quest for it.
Oh, so would that be like my Iron Spidey then? Would be my holy grail?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Could be your personal holy grail. Yes.
And you said favorite, and then what? And best?
Best and favorite. Because one is about quality. Best is about quality, purely quality. And favorite is about your attachment to it. Right?
For sure.
So I'm looking forward to seeing that. It might grace my collection, Kwong. And these days, if something's going to grace my collection, I'm going to have to move something.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at that guy right behind you. I don't know. And any more teasers from Prime 1?
Yeah, we got Cap.
Yes.
And then that dude.
That's the same. We got Captain America teaser.
Yeah, and then when I saw this one, I literally just saw an article where I think it was I haven't read it yet. The Hydra stuff about Captain America.
Yeah, I don't like this modern.
He just recently grabbed Thor's hammer, so that's why I put it on Instagram saying if Prime One was gonna put Thor's hammer on.
So in the comic, he grabbed Thor's hammer.
Yeah, recently, because in the comic in the recent comic, from what I'm aware of, he lost his powers, and then his powers are given again because of a girl turned into the cosmic cube turned into a girl, and they gave him his powers. And that cosmic cube was from, spoilers, sorry, from Red Skull. So then that's why, you've been hearing all about that huge thing saying Captain America was saying Hail Hydra. It's because that cosmic cube was originally from Red Skull. So then Captain America is working for Red Skull. So then that's what I was curious about.
Yeah, I don't mind alternative stories in comics, but they have to be alternative stories.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
As long as I have still the main story, traditional story to read, I don't mind alternative stories. Mm-hmm. It's just they've put too much alternative stories into their main line.
Yeah.
And I think they're canceling 20 books or something lately, so obviously not working for them. I'm still waiting for Wolverine to bust out of that adamantium shell that he's in. Mm-hmm. And then we have something from
Magic the Gathering.
Teaser from Magic the Gathering, which I used to play when I was 20 years old. I don't know if you did.
No. I've always wanted to get into it, but I don't know. At that time, I guess since the age group, I was more into Yu-Gi-Oh! Than Magic the Gathering, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Was kind of the Magic the Gathering at that time that I was growing up, so that was a huge thing. Because I definitely would have gotten into it for sure. Because I love playing cards.
Yeah, we used to sit around, drink, play Magic the Gathering, and about 2 years ago, I bought a bunch of Magic cards, and then never touched them. Just got on yeah, I don't know. Spent $100 on Magic cards, then ended up selling them on eBay for $20. Because what am I doing? I don't have time for this. I don't have anybody to play with. So I think my buddy still has his old Magic cards, but anyways, that looks really actually character looks really cool.
Yeah, it really does.
I think it's gonna look really good. Mm-hmm. So now, Prime 1 had a
huge pre-order.
Well, they had one more preview. They had the Dark Side,
yeah.
Preview.
Well, but isn't it pre-ordered now? Oh, no, pre-order next week.
Pre-order comes up on my birthday.
Yeah.
May 18th.
Yep.
A lot of people are starting to wonder what that price is going to be.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying hell high. People are saying 1,500.
No more sneezing.
Apparently you're You're allergic to
No
my
more
bullshit
scenes.
now, huh?
I am allergic to your bullshit. So Dark Side.
Yep. Big bad.
How much do you
mother.
think his price is going to be?
This is quarter scale. Pretty big. I want to say close. I'm willing to give Prime benefit of the doubt. I want to say 1,400 right there. Because I felt like, Mr. Freeze was 15?
1450.
Yeah, so I don't think it's going to be more than Mr. Freeze. Because Mr. Freeze had so much with him, and Darkseid is just bigger. Yeah, he is bigger, right? Obviously, he's... No.
Bigger than 1/3 scale, Mr. Freeze?
Oh, Mr. Freeze is 1/3 scale?
Yeah.
Freeze one? Oh, okay.
It's Origins.
No, then yeah, definitely less than. So I want to get closer to 1,200 then.
So that's what I was initially thinking, 1,400 as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then I pulled up pictures of Darkseid next to the
Superman.
New 52
Yeah.
Superman.
Mm-hmm.
He's not so much bigger than that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not super complicated like Mr. Freeze is.
Yeah.
So that put me in the $1,200 range.
Because when we were seeing Superman, the only reason why he looks a little bit bigger is because Superman's basis has a lot going on. It has like a gravel going up and everything but then Darkseid is just him with a simple base. So I feel like that's why I felt like the price would be like around 1,200.
And
that's what I look at.
For once, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
But only time will tell. We'll see next Thursday what the price of that pre-order is going to be. Speaking of pre-orders, Kwong, I think everybody wants to know if you're going to be ordering this next pre-order from Prime 1. This is the Batman Arkham Origins Joker. Guess what? Exclusive edition is still available.
Yeah. I'm still itching about this. When I was at work today and yesterday, I was so itching to buy it. Girlfriend said no, it's a little bit too expensive. But then I was like, it's a 1/3 scale.
Say that again.
She said it was expensive, but I didn't really care. Sure, whatever. But the only reason, my only excuse for not getting this is the fact that, not me personally, but you personally got in a 1/3, and it took up too much room, and it felt like what you were saying kind of a little bit. You weren't complaining about it, but I said that it kind of ruined, like it was like really kind of strange how it kind of messed up the scale of the collection. You know what I mean? Because like you're usually quarter scale, kind of like how you don't like the 1/6 because you have so many of them, you didn't know where to put it. Mm-hmm. So that's what I felt like if I got a 1/3 Joker, it would fit in a D-TOF.
No, it would not.
No? Okay. Maybe not. I don't know. It depends on how much you layered it, but it's definitely not as safe.
They won't fit in a D-TOF.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so okay. That's kind of, I guess, my huge...
Height-wise, you'd be okay. Length-wise, you wouldn't be okay.
Okay.
So Kwong thinks this Joker statue was too pricey for him.
No,
yes. Let me tell our viewers how much it costs.
Okay.
So, priced at $1,049.99. A little bit more expensive than Batman and as more moderately sized Arkham Pals.
But you gotta understand, when you get to there, a lot more options when you start living what comes out with it. I think that's the reason why it's a little bit more expensive.
Yeah, so limited edition of 800. Payment plans as little as $118.12 a month. That is a little bit hefty payment plan.
Yeah.
Estimated arrival May through July of 2018. So the exclusive edition. So let's talk about why it is a little bit more expensive than say Batman and the Arkham Knight.
Yep.
What's in the box? So Joker is about 34 inches tall, similar in size to the others. He has one left hand holding a remote bomb, one left hand holding a knife, one right hand holding a pistol, one right hand holding a fake pistol with a flag bang, one right hand finger gun gesture, one right hand good hand gesture, and 3 alternate Joker portraits. And the exclusive version comes with the alternate Red Hood portrait.
Yeah.
Which makes the statue pretty cool.
Yeah, really cool actually. When I was playing the game though, I don't remember seeing him ever as Red Hood. Was it just a DLC or?
Also, I don't think there was any story DLC for Origins.
Mm-hmm.
Was there?
I think there is.
I don't remember seeing the Joker as the Red Hood.
Yeah, I haven't did either.
But it's a part of his more modern origin story.
Mm-hmm.
The Joker was, spoiler alerts, if you hadn't played Arkham Origins by now, you want to avoid spoilers. The Joker is the Black Mask in the game. Remember, you're investigating the Black Mask's murder.
Oh, yeah, you were.
The Black Mask is running around.
Yeah,
He's the Joker,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So he appears that way. That get-up is too much to do for a whole statue.
Yeah.
So they went with a part of his origin story, and part of his New 52 origin story was that he started out in this version of the Red Hood, right? Mm-hmm. Obviously different from,
Arkham Knight.
Red Hood.
Yeah, Red Hood.
Right, different type of Red Hood. So, but this is like part of his origin story. Yeah. So, I don't know if this was in the game.
I don't think it was. I would have definitely remembered it.
I don't remember seeing it in the game, but it is a cool Joker edition.
Yeah, because it was the Red Hood stuff is like one of my favorite Batman's storyline. Because I think when spoiler alerts and everything, I felt like Jason Todd is the one who does. Yeah, so I think that's the only time ever in a comic book that I enjoyed somebody coming back. Mm-hmm. Like, when somebody dies in a comic book, they come back. But, like, this one made sense. Like, when he came back, he became Red Hood, it made sense.
You're talking about the video game, or you're talking about the comics?
The comic, sorry. Yeah. Game kind of, too, I guess. It's kind of the same thing. It does become the same, almost, it's the same thing.
Well, he comes back a little bit different in the game because he comes back.
But how does he get revived?
Well, he's never killed. The Joker fakes
he fakes his death. Yeah, okay.
Brainwashes him.
Yeah, okay.
And he becomes the Arkham Knight, and then eventually goes back to his Red Hood version, right? Yeah. Which he's seen in the comics.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Modern comics is the Red Hood, right? So this Joker is a different version of the Joker. Because Arkham Origins is kind of like
a side.
It's made by a different
spin-off.
Video game studio. It's made by WB Montreal rather than Rocksteady.
Yes.
Who made
the trilogy.
The trilogy. I really liked back Arkham Origins, but this Joker is different. A different Joker. Two different voice actors.
Yes.
Mark Hamill and then
I forgot what his name is. Is it Seth?
He's a famous voice actor. Seth? No. I can't think of it at the top of my head. So it's a different Joker.
Yeah.
A lot of people are waiting for the Hamill Joker.
That's what I was kind of hoping Joker. To. Yeah.
But so, Kwong, maybe that will be the one for you.
Yeah, because I was thinking, because in Arkham Knight, his face is fucked up the entire game.
Well, he's. Again, spoilers. He's dead in Arkham Knight.
I know. But then I'm just hoping that if Prime 1 does it or Sideshow does it, that they have a different portrait too. Because obviously him looking dead is awesome, but I would like one where it was clean too. Because I really did like him a lot in Arkham Knight. He looked a lot better than Arkham City and all that stuff. It was definitely a huge upgrade and I liked it.
Yeah, so this Joker statue is available to pre-order now. I think it looks really good. I think it would
really good.
Would go good with if you have the Origins Batman.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And on the pre-order, yeah.
Who else? The Bane is from Origins too, right?
Yes. Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of that Bane though.
And Mr. Freeze from Origins too.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you have that line, this Joker would go good with that line because he's a part of those games.
Yep.
I like the leather jacket.
Oh yeah, that looks really good.
I like the different hand options that you have. You can, Prime 1 has given us a lot more options.
Yeah, that's what I really like about this one. The price and everything is like perfect. It's like, it's not too much and it's not too less. I feel like it's like the perfect amount because you get the options. And if like you literally need to grab the exclusive because that Red Hood portrait is just killer. Literally just killer.
Yeah, it looks really cool. It's a nice alternative for that statue. So that Joker statue is available for pre-order on the Sideshow website. I will post a link in the description of the video if you want to go and get some business done. All right, Kwong, what is next on the agenda?
Next up, we are moving over to Pop Culture Shock. We got 3, I want to say previews / pre-orders of 3 different Chun-Lis.
So we have a pre-order announcement from the latest PCS newsletter. The upcoming 1/3 scale Chun-Li is going to be up for pre-order. So there are 3 different versions of Chun-Li. First up, we have the classic Street Fighter version, which is the PCS Classic Kipow exclusive. So this is going to be about 30 inches tall, limited to 350 pieces, and is priced at $925. Estimated ship date, 4th quarter of 2018. A tailored fabric costume and certificate of authenticity. Now then, we have the Street Fighter Zero or Alpha version. This is the PCS Alpha exclusive. This one is limited to 325 pieces. Suggested retail price of $900. Same estimated ship time, Q4 of 2018. And then we have
the huge fan favorites,
the Street Fighter V PCS Battle Dress exclusive. Limited to 325 pieces. Priced at $900. Same estimated ship date, 4th quarter of 2018. Kwong, these are all so different and are all outstanding.
Agreed. Because I remember when we first... Was this the one that we saw for a really long time? Yeah. This is where they previewed the leg.
They've been working on it a lot.
The leg and the base and all that stuff was awesome.
And so the pre-order is a little bit different. The pre-order for the Legacy set, which is going to have all 3 versions, is May 22nd at 3 p.m. Pacific time.
Okay.
The statues will go on sale individually on May 29th, 3 p.m. Pacific time.
Got it.
So people who are going to buy the set are going to be able to buy it first. And then people who want them individually are going to have to wait a week.
Okay.
So
that's kind of
if you want to buy them individually, you don't have to worry because they're going to only release so many sets.
Yeah.
They don't have the details here, but they're only going to release, say, 150 sets, something like that. And then that's going to be it. So if you want one individually, you don't necessarily have to buy the set.
Yes.
So then last week's pre-order was the M. Bison Ultra, which I'm surprised.
I'm surprised it didn't get sold out either. Yeah. It's a killer piece.
A whole week later, it was still all 3.
All 3?
Were still, the regulars all, 500 pieces, but the exclusives were still available, which after a week was crazy.
I'm curious if it was because of that huge thing that we were talking about last episode about PCS, taking forever for it to come out, having them hold your money for like 2 years.
Well, there has been a lot of controversy surrounding PCS lately.
Yeah.
I would really say controversy. I would say
a little more like a complaint, I want to say.
Negative feedback from collectors.
Because you haven't found your Sub-Zero yet, which should have been here already, I think, right?
Well, Sub-Zero has been at the PCS warehouse for a couple of months now.
Yeah, exactly.
But Scorpion also came in, and they were still shipping Akumas.
Yeah. And
apparently PCS's warehouse staff is not very big. And so when all statues come in at the same time, they don't have enough people to ship them all out. Yeah. So they basically do them one at a time. And so it takes a while. Yeah, and then they had that huge thing about Shin Akuma too, his back peeling off. We talked about that last episode. Yeah. And then a lot of people were coming down hard on PCS. Particularly what seems like a anti-collector attitude from some of the people there. What do you mean? There just been some posts on forums, on Facebook pages, where the response to collectors' criticisms has been kind of, whatever, I don't care. I'm going to sell out all the statues anyway, no matter what, and, because just shove it.
Yeah, because that's true, because in a way, because they're kind of like the huge marketing for Street Fighters and Tekken and all that stuff. It's usually them, you know what I mean?
So
when you're talking about like fighting games, it's usually Pop Culture Shock is kind of like what everybody looks into.
Yeah, but you gotta respect your customers, even their negative complaints. Good customer service goes a long way.
Yep.
And even though a company might be doing good now, if you want it to keep doing good, you gotta have good customer service, because eventually, if you run out of goodwill, people are going to be less forgiving of long delays.
That's true.
And we'll talk more about delays, because that was our question of the week last week. So we'll talk about delays some more. So regardless, PCS is still delivering statues.
Yeah.
Sub-Zero is going to come.
Eventually.
People are starting to get Scorpion now. Sub-Zero is going to get here. But it is a long wait for statues.
Yeah.
And like I said last episode, it's had me kind of reevaluate my future PCS purchases, because I just don't know when anything is going to come in. I don't know when I'm going to have to pay for stuff.
Yeah.
And if you're someone who pays up front, sure, you get a discount, but all that money is tied up for a really long time.
Yes. Agreed.
So I'm wondering if Bison not selling out as fast has something to do with that.
Yeah.
But Bison still looks awesome.
Yeah, it really does.
Chun-li looks awesome.
Yep.
So just know that if you're going to pre-order from PCS, you can take their product delivery estimates and just disregard it. Yep. You're going to have to wait a long time. Yep. But if you are a Street Fighter fan and you love their Street Fighter statues, you want them, you're going to have to wait. Yeah. Right? Because right now they are the best in the business for PCS statues.
Until Prototype Z.
Yeah, Prototype Z is doing some good Street Fighter stuff, but they're not doing mixed media.
True.
They're not doing 1/3.
Yep.
They're not doing 3 different versions of Chun-Li, 1/3.
In the future. Never know.
It's a long...
Hey, we're waiting 2 years for Pop Culture Shock,
true.
You know what I mean?
Who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So, that's it from Pop Culture Shock this week. Right, Kwong? Are you ready to talk some Sideshow Collectibles?
Oh, yeah.
So let's start out with the previews.
Yep.
Right?
Let's start out with the first, what we just recently watched, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Sideshow's having a Groot maquette coming soon. With help from Legacy Effects. So this will be a movie-based version of Groot, right? Yeah.
So
it's going to be pretty small then, I guess, right?
Quarter scale? Should they do it in quarter scale? I'm sure they'll do a life-size version. But just a little teaser, not even any... you don't even see anything, right?
Don't even see anything.
So expect to wait a while.
Yep.
We got the Luke Skywalker, a preview of the Luke Skywalker premium format figure. Yeah. This is from Empire Strikes Back. His Bespin outfit. About to fight Darth Vader, right?
Because you can even see the red. You can even see the red saber on the right bottom right.
You can see a little bit.
Yeah.
Then we have a pre-order that's going to come up on Thursday, May 18th. Yep. This is the next statue in the Stanley Art Journal Lau Artist Series. We got Poison Ivy coming up. And
speaking of Alien.
Yeah, speaking of aliens, we have our first pre-order from Sideshow. This is the Alien Egg statue.
Life size?
Life size? Well, cool. Let's see. How tall is this thing? This thing is about 5 inches high. So I don't think that is life size. So I think it's a little bit smaller, right? So, but reasonably priced.
That's
priced
fair.
at $649.99. No payment plans available on that one, Kwong.
Yeah. I don't think you'll need it, really.
Estimated arrival January through March of 2018. So, a little statue for Alien fans.
Yep.
And we got a big statue for Star Wars fans, Kwong.
Oh, yeah.
This is for the Mac Daddy collectors out there.
The hardcore fans.
The Daddy Mac collectors.
Or whatever you want to call it.
This is the Darth Vader life-size figure. Priced at $8,900. Also available on a payment plan of $801.
Oh, good.
So estimated arrival December 2017
Oh,
to
nice.
February of 2018. So Kwong, if you're thinking about a Christmas present for me,
Sounds good.
you might be able to get this in time for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So shipping, there is a note here about these life size. It's the shipping cost will be calculated on dimensional weight rather than product weight for this item due to its oversized dimension. I believe these come in several crates, wood-packed crates. So this life-size figure has been worked on for a long time. I think they canceled it at one point while they had to work out some of the production details.
I remember about that last year, I think.
And then they brought it back. So how tall is this thing, Kwong?
Dude, this guy's like 7 feet.
Yeah, he is gotta be tall.
Mm-hmm.
So he stands at 92 inches high. Do the math, Kwong.
7 feet.
Okay. So next up, also from Star Wars, we had a preview, or we had a pre-order on May the 4th.
Yeah.
Star Wars Day.
Mm-hmm.
Or Star Wars Pun Day.
Yeah. Isn't the 6th Star Wars Day too?
No, the 5th.
Oh.
So we have May the 4th, and then you have Revenge of the 5th, which is for the dark side.
No. I don't know why the 6th wouldn't be it. For like the 6th. Right? 5th.
Are you going to do one? You're going to skip a day? No, Kwong, you're not going to skip a day. So this is the Han Solo premium format figure. Mm-hmm. We saw a teaser of it last episode.
Oh, yeah.
Priced at $549.99. Mm-hmm. Limited edition. TBD.
Yeah. I think this one's a little... Because it's going to be what? Quarter scale, correct?
It's quarter scale, premium format. Yeah. Estimated arrival May through July of 2018. Sideshow exclusive.
Holster.
Comes, is the right hand with the E11 blaster.
Nice. Yeah, for me, if I was a Star Wars fan, I was hoping that premium format would be like $450, $100 cheaper. But $550, I guess.
They used to be, Kwong?
Yeah, I know they used to be. That's what I was thinking.
The Star Wars ones are not.
Because I think
a little more expensive.
Because of license, possibly. We don't know, but that's what I was thinking.
Well, statue costs rising, licenses cost rising. Mm-hmm. For me, in comparison to the other Star Wars statues, the face on here is a little bit cartoony. A little bit comic booky, a little bit cartoony, less realistic. Because when you look at the Rey statue, when you look at even the Luke statue, this Han statue looks a little cartoony.
Yeah, I think Han looks kind of cartoony, and I can see Luke a little bit too, but I think Luke is actually kind of well done.
Yeah, but it's the cartooniness that has me a little worried.
Okay.
Because you remember cartoony looking Captain America?
Yeah.
The cartoony looking Ben Affleck Batman?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
That has me a little worried. The Rey looks really good.
Yeah.
The Darth Maul looks super good. Mm-hmm. Luke looks good. Han Solo,
not so much.
A little bit. Yeah. He doesn't look bad. I'm not going to say he looks bad. But he looks a little more cartoony from me. Kwong, I already have this one.
Nice. Yeah, that one looks good too. His face looks really good.
I already have this one.
Mm-hmm. It looks like they CGI his face on that one.
I'm sorry, guys, to bring a hot toy into this.
That's true. You did say that.
I'm sorry. No hot toys, Kwong.
Just edit that out. Cut.
But you got to compare face sculpts, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, Yeah, a little bit more realistic on the smaller scales. I really wish they had a little bit better on the bigger scales.
Yep.
But Han Solo premium format figure is available to pre-order on the Sideshow website now, in addition to the life-size figure of Darth Vader. So links in the description of the video below if you want to go to Sideshow and get some business done. Now, Kato, last but not least, XM Studios and Kwong. I did finally find some pictures.
Yeah, from is it their official one, right?
Tokyo Comic-Con.
Yes, because we weren't able to have it last time because they weren't up yet.
They were up.
Oh, were they?
They were just posted to XM Studios Europe rather than the main XM Studios page.
Right.
But eventually I did find them.
Cool.
So let's take a look, Kwong, at some XM Studios from, I think was it Tokyo Comic-Con?
Something like that. I'm not exactly sure.
Singapore.
It definitely wasn't Singapore, I don't think, was it? Because it wasn't SGTCC, was it?
No.
SGTCC.
I don't know. But they had a Comic-Con over on the other side of the world. And XM Studios had a booth. Yeah. So let's take a look at some pictures. Carnage.
Yeah, looking good. Looking good.
And we're going to look at a lot of pictures of Spider-Man.
Yeah, this one was good. For this picture that we're looking right now, I can't see his right face because that looks really good. But I think his right face is open from more of.
He does have two head sculpts, right?
Okay, yeah. Nice.
For me, I'm not a fan of this Spider-Man.
For me, I'm not liking the fact that it's battle damage. You know?
Yeah. Then we'll take a look at some more Carnage.
Yep.
With his alternate portrait.
Yeah. It looks freaky as hell. Looks really scary, actually. Freaky dicky.
And then we got a lot of pictures of Spider-Man here.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not really digging it.
Yeah. It's for me, I definitely like the one where the portrait where he's not battle damaged looks really good. But the one with him battle damaged just doesn't fit. I would really like to get an XM piece because I really want one down the road.
But this just isn't the one.
Yeah, that's
for
just
you,
definitely
right?
just not the one.
Now we see. Let's take a look at the Rhino bust.
Yeah, looks really good.
Thing is big.
Yeah, a lot of texture too.
But they need to just. I think they're working on a quarter scale Rhino too, right? And then we're gonna take a look at. Let's go to.
What did you just do?
Let's take a look at Black Cat, which looks really cool.
Yeah, it does really look. I'm not. Well, I don't think if it's finished yet, but I'm not liking the hair.
The fur.
The fur, yeah, on her chest part. Just doesn't look naturally-ish. I don't know how to explain it, but they can get a little bit more work on that, and it'll look good.
And let's take a look at Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, I think out of all the XM pieces that we're seeing, I think Spider-Gwen is the best. I personally feel like it.
Do I have a picture of her unmasked face here?
You do. Right.
Yes, I do. And I like that.
Yeah.
I think that's...
Both's really good.
Might be my favorite statue that XM is showing.
Yeah.
Now, we don't have everything from there. A lot of the stuff we have seen before. Yeah, let's go and take a look at that Optimus Prime, Kwong. Which...
Right there.
This one looks insanely.
Yeah, this one looks sick. Like, the paint on this one already looks just phenomenal.
Badass.
Yeah, really badass. And this... they don't really do a scale for this one, do we?
Well, Transformers...
Because originally their Transformers are huge, so I'm thinking like 1/10 or something like that.
They don't... I think they would be like 1/10 scale.
Yeah.
To be quarter scale size.
That's what I was thinking too.
Other statues are quarter scale size. This looks super awesome.
Yeah. I think if I needed a Transformer in my life, an XM student shipping wasn't so expensive, that would be like the one. That's a really good piece.
Because I think shipping on that guy's going to be like...
Yeah, ridiculous.
Probably like $1,000 or something. But wow, that is
the paint on that is so And he looks a little bit like he went in a little bit into combat too.
Mm-hmm.
So like the texture on that and all the paint is just spot on.
So paint looks different from what Prime 1 does, right?
Yeah.
Because this is more... Prime
Gritty.
1 does like a more realistic, like car, high gloss
Yes.
sort of paint, metallic paint. And this one is more...
Like dull-ish.
matte colored, right? And it looks really, really awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. And now we got another Marvel statue. This is Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, when we first saw the preview of this, I was having super high hopes on him. Does still look really good. Not a huge fan of his portrait.
To be fair, the lighting here is not great.
Yeah.
So a lot of these pieces, it's hard to judge in this.
Yeah, because like for me, when I was seeing Bucky, right, I originally thought he was gonna be like his body and all that stuff was gonna look sort of like Cable, not exactly like it, but I thought it was gonna be sort of like it. You know, kind of like similar, but I felt like it's lesser down. You know what I mean? Because Cable is great, but then I feel like Bucky's like eh.
Yeah. Now we have a unpainted Predator statue, which a lot of people are going to be looking forward to.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So looks like it's going to be detailed.
Yeah,
action
the
pose.
base is crazy with all the skulls in the background. Shit.
So I'm excited to see more of that. And they got some Star Wars pieces out. First, let's talk about Boba Fett.
Yep.
Which does look pretty cool.
Yeah, it does actually look really cool. Yep. I'm liking the smokes. You know, for Sideshow, when we had the smokes, it was kind of weird. This one actually it flows well.
Yeah.
It looks like it flows really well. So I'm actually kind of cool with that one.
And then we had what is probably a big disappointment for most people.
I did not like this.
The Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker diorama.
Yeah.
So these three, you're only going to be able to get...
As a set?
Okay. And you have to say, at this point, the Darth Vader looks pretty good.
Yeah, Darth Vader definitely looks good because he doesn't. His portrait is just his mask. You know what I mean? But then when we start going to Anakin as younger down the road, it looks just way too cartoony.
Anakin and young Annie.
Yeah, young Annie just looks like a little bitch.
Well, that's the character.
Yeah, I know.
And you know, I'm not the one thing. You know, all the XM is known for improving their stuff based on feedback from fans. So no doubt this is going to be improved.
Yep.
For me, as a diorama, this doesn't work as a diorama.
Yeah.
The bases are separate.
Just different, yeah.
There's not a theme to it. It displayed together doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Maybe individually they would look okay.
I'm thinking a lot of people... If anything, I don't know if they're no, I don't think that's possible. Because I'm thinking this is all going to be in one box, right? Most likely.
Yeah, probably.
Because I was thinking like you can possibly sell them individually. It would be kind of interesting. But I don't know.
It's unexciting.
Yeah.
I wanted to see the best Star Wars statues ever made.
That's what I was thinking too. Especially from XM Studios. That's what the expectation was. Right?
And I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing, wow, they kind of are a little bit bad.
Yeah.
I wanted to see the best Star Wars statues ever made. And that's what XM has set their own bar so high.
Yeah.
If they don't hit it, it's going to be a disappointment, right? So, you know, like I said, XM Studios is going to work on these, and, you know, they're going to come back a little bit better than that, right?
Yes.
Which they've done many, many times already. Spider-Gwen being an example.
Huge example, yes.
Completely changed Spider-Gwen, right? And now we're going to take a look at...
Beta Ray Bill.
Beta Ray Bill. Pre-order coming up from XM. We don't cover the pre-order details of XM because here in the United States,
it's different.
Can't pre-order it like that. So, here's the finished gallery of Beta Ray Bill.
He looks sick, man.
Which here you're seeing why XM Studios is looked at as one of the top companies. Because this Beta Ray Bill looks fantastic, outstanding.
From all the pictures that we see, he just looks fucking flawless. Like, I can't yeah, it's not it's not up here close in person, but the paint, the cape, the texture, the portrait, his freaking wings on his head, it's spot on, man. It literally felt like they just popped this out of the comic.
Even though I'm not a Beta Ray Bill fan, I'm not even really much of a Thor fan.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be mad to have this statue.
Yeah, this one looks sick, dude.
It would look sick. So it looks really, really awesome. So you see, example, why XM is one of the top statue makers, why people go to great lengths to get their statues here in the United States, right? Just looks super killer, super awesome. So there it was some pics from XM Studios. Pretty good.
Yeah, really good.
Well, that's it for this week's previews and pre-orders, Kwong.
Yep.
All right, Kwong, tell us what is going on with your developing collection.
For me, definitely next episode I will have Spider-Man from Kotobukiya. Cool. Next one from the line that I've been collecting. Other than that, for me, since I've been out of debt since I want to say earlier this month, I've been on a huge scratch craze to get a statue like in my hand. I want to review it. I want to shoot an unboxing experience, but it's just nothing. I guess maybe we'll talk more about it during the delay, the question of the week about delays and all that stuff. But it's just like I've been so itchy and scratching and getting a statue, and for me, what I've been looking specifically at is Kotobukiya ArtFX or their fine art, because I felt like the details on their pieces compared to the ArtFX Plus that we're getting is a lot better. It's like a lot. I felt like the quality is just so much better. Then I was also looking at DC Collectibles because I think the Nightwing that you gave me was Kotobukiya, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I was looking at DC Collectibles, like for example right here. No, this is Kotobukiya. Yeah, this is Kotobukiya. Never mind. But DC Collectibles have some really good pieces about Batman.
They make similar style stuff, though.
Especially since, I passed on the Joker. I was kind of wanting like a set for Batman, especially since I was just reading, Death of the Family and all that stuff. It looked really great. Recently, I want a Batman piece. So I've been like talking about it, I want to say about half a year now, or probably even more, which was there's a custom of Batman on Throne. You told me about it. I looked at it. I felt like it's the one. But the huge thing was like shipping and all that stuff, so I wasn't sure how that was going to be, because there are stuff like when we were watching on the collection group, there's a lot of people who get like customs of like random characters. Like for example, we had one recently, a guy who got the Lich King that was a custom, and then when he got it, it was like super broken. That's something that I was super scared about, because for like XM Studio pieces, their box is like flawless. You know what I mean? Like their shipping is great, but I wouldn't know. Like a custom, I don't know how they would ship it. So that was kind of the huge thing I was scared about, because the custom would be coming from China. But that's kind of like, I don't know if we're going to show a picture of it, but like the Batman on Throne was like something I was super looking forward to, because something that I was kind of looking into was kind of how like, how Sideshow, Prime 1, all that stuff have their own license. And so they don't do certain characters in a certain way. Like they're limited to what they have. And customs are kind of like, I don't know if you would really consider them illegal, but they're just different. You know what I mean? And they have a high collectability because not a lot of people have it. Like the one that the Batman that I wanted, it's like there's only 60 of them made. So that's more of a unique thing, especially as a collector, that I kind of wanted to get into. So that's the huge thing that I've been looking around for, because I just recently finished reading like the Superior Spider-Man, but nobody's making the Superior Spider-Man. But then I see customs of him and I'm like, oh shit, that looks awesome. So then, I'm just reading these random comic books and I'm just like, oh damn, I kind of want this kind of Spider-Man and all that stuff. Like the only recent Spider-Man that I got was Spider-Man 2099, which I read because he was in Superior Spider-Man. So I was like, oh, well, I'm obviously getting Superior Spider-Man 2099, but then just because I remember you said that when you started reading Superior Spider-Man, that's kind of what got you into Spider-Man again.
Yep.
Because the storyline was great. It was really cool. Yeah, so that's why for me, I felt like customs are getting more attractive to me because I felt since the production is not being mass made, the quality I think would be better. Maybe. I can't say that 100%, but you kind of know what I mean? Because like there's only 60 pieces, so the artist will only focus on only 60 instead of people focusing on hundreds. You know what I mean? That's just my thought process. I could be totally wrong, but that's just the way I look at it. Because like, these individual sculptors are making these pieces instead of a factory making a bunch of these pieces.
Well, we don't usually talk a lot about customs because they are illegal.
Yeah. See, so that's
you're not paying DC for the license to make Batman statues, and your statue is illegal.
Yeah.
Right? That's not to say I won't buy them because I will, and I have.
Yes.
And but we just don't cover them because they are technically illegal.
Yeah.
And there are only a few reputable custom makers.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't want to be recommending all these customs when I don't know if people are going to get what they pay for. And I don't want to promote things on the channel if I don't know.
Because that's what I'm scared of, is like getting this Batman and it's like not the quality not great, you know what I mean? Because like, for example, would be Sideshow, how Sideshow is making Star Wars, but then when they mass make a piece of Star Wars, the face sculpture, you said it's not as great as the prototype. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. So well, it's kind of like depends on how you feel, I guess, if you want to take that risk or not.
It is a risk. There's definitely a risk that you're not going to get your money back.
Yeah.
Especially
because
if you
there's
make
no
a big
customer
deposit,
service,
and you wait 2 years, and your PayPal claims your
like
PayPal time period.
Yeah.
I think it's like 6 months, but
is it?
Your PayPal time period expires, and then you can't get your money back, and you can't get your statue, and there's not a big company to back it up.
Yep.
A lot of people do have problems getting customs. I've bought 2 customs in my time.
Yeah.
I got them both.
I really like Batman. Batman's awesome. Sure. That's kind of like the reason why I wanted to.
Sure, he was broken.
Yeah.
And he has some design flaws. And then the big ass Bane that I had was good, but I wouldn't say as good as what traditional companies put out.
Yeah.
But there are some statues like Gambit, the Bushy Silver Surfer, Cyclops, Wolverine, that have been very good, but that's been by one specific custom maker.
Yeah.
So definitely understand the doubts of spending $1,000 or more on something you're not 100% sure.
Because I could just use that resource to buy an XM Studio. You know what I mean?
You can.
Yeah.
Yep. So, what's been going on in my collection?
You definitely moved it a lot around. You recently did a video about it.
I posted a video on Facebook only.
Oh, okay.
Just a quick view of the room because I did rearrange everything and I moved a lot of stuff around. Yeah. I got a new bookshelf. The room is just about ready for a collection tour video.
Yeah, that's great.
And I even put a couple more statues outside the room. And, I moved because I have some detolfs over here, which are now going to be for the Hot Toy Star Wars stuff. I moved the Batman statues over there into the Vestas. I moved Akuma over there on top of the bookshelf next to the Street Fighter graphic novels. I moved Marvel statues over here.
Left side. A little bit of Batman right there for some reason. Just trolling.
Yeah, that's not his spot. I didn't know where to put him, so I just put him there for temporarily. I moved Death Dealer on Horse. Well, he's there.
No, he's been there.
He's been there. Yeah. I moved Arkham Knight Batman's back to that section. I put Lobo back up there. So I did a lot of moving, and I think for the first time ever, I moved stuff and then without breaking anything.
That's good.
Awesome.
Did you finish fixing Thor?
Thor is fixed.
Nice.
And then, so what I've come to realize by doing that is I don't have any room. for new stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You do.
I have a little bit of space, right? I have a Master Chief up there.
That's gonna go bye-bye.
She's gonna get the axe, which will make room for one more statue. I have a couple Batman statues up there that are gonna get the axe, and that'll make room for Bounties of Bathos.
Oh yeah.
And I have a spot up there for Venom from Prime 1.
Dude, really? Fit up there?
Up there?
Really?
Yeah, I'll fit up there. Next to where I put Green Goblin and Spider-Man. So one big thing I realized is I don't even have room for the handful of pre-orders I have.
Yeah.
Where I'm going to get Sub-Zero in...
And he's 1/3 too, isn't he?
1/3 Sub-Zero.
No clue.
I have no idea where he's going to go. So he's going to go back in the box after I open him up because I don't have a spot for him. And then I have a couple PCS Street Fighter statues. Mm-hmm. Where are those going to go?
I don't know. No.
Blanca, Charlie Nash, Ken. Where are they going to go? No clue. Yeah. No clue. I know where Venom is going to go. Thanos, I can squeeze up there next to Black Panther. Maybe. Yeah, if I angle him, probably. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then where is Deadpool going to go? So I have to be a lot pickier with my pre-orders. Mm-hmm. And then when I do put something on pre-order, Killer Croc and Bane. I got spots for them. Where Chief is going to go, where that Catwoman is going to go. They got some space over there. Cool. So I'm going to have to be really picky with my pre-orders. I'm going to have a spot picked out for it. Mm-hmm. Or, and by a spot picked out for it, I mean, even if something existing is there. Yeah. Like say I do order the Jim Lee 1/3 Batman. I'm going to have a spot. Yeah. To say where that sucker is going to go. Mm-hmm. Right, because this room down here isn't big. Yeah. I do have those movie statues out in the living room, which can probably be moved too. There's something, a big line from Prime 1 is going to come out that I'm not going to be able to say no to. Okay. Warhammer 40K.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do I have a place for that in here? Yeah. No, I do not. So decisions are going to have to be made. So that's something that I've been thinking about. And then because I put some statues kind of outside our collection room, out in the open, unprotected, and I have two hairy, fluffy dogs, especially my little white husky, and his hair and their dirt and their dust gets everything dusty. So I invested in a new duster.
Oh, cool. Is that what I saw that one?
And I'll show it to you guys right here. It's a blower. So I invested in this electric air duster.
Yeah, because originally these were made for like computers, I think.
Yeah, these are made to
dust computers.
Yeah, dust your PC. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to use it for my upstairs desk too, because I have a black desk. It's really hard to get it out. So I've been using this on the stuff that's out in the open. I don't get a lot of dust in here because we don't spend a lot of time in here. Yeah. So it's good for getting off that desk. I can keep the dust off of my Street Fighter statues out there. And so I've been using it. It comes with a lot of different style attachments. It is safer than compressed air in a can. Yeah. Because it has chemicals. And this is just air. So it has two settings. It's called the X Power. I think I bought it for like $50.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
It is very strong, so it has two settings, and I'll demonstrate them now. If you look at, can't hear me with that on. So if you look at Kwong's shirt, this is setting 1.
It's a little chilly, right?
Yeah, and no chemicals, just air. And now I'll show setting 2.
Good God.
So I'm using that setting 1.
Yeah, right.
My statues. So the thing with that is, if you already have a layer of dust, and I've tested it, if you already have a layer of dust somewhere, it's not going to get that layer of dust off. But if you don't have a layer of dust, it is going to help prevent that layer of dust from getting on there.
Got it.
So if you already have a layer of dust, you're going to want to brush that off and then use an air duster regularly. You're going to want to be careful of smaller pieces.
They might fly off. Yeah.
They might fly off and get damaged, so you want to take off smaller pieces and maybe dust from a distance if you're worried about stuff flying off. But so far, I've loved it for my statues out here that I'll open. Just go up there, dust them off, take off the little smaller pieces. Like on Arkham Knight here, I move these batarangs out of the way so they don't blow off the statue and then get scratched up and scrape up the base and stuff like that. So that's something that I really, really like.
That's cool.
Because it's going to cut down me sitting there with the brushes as much.
Daily or weekly or whatever.
Yeah. So move the room around. Still waiting for Sub-Zero.
Yes.
It's going to be the next... It's going to be the next statue that arrives. Mm-hmm. And then for my next pre-order, I don't know what that's going to be. Because there's nothing that I know of that's on the horizon.
Yeah.
Other than, I know probably Magneto is on the horizon, but he's probably far on the horizon.
Yeah, I think he's going to be like the end of this year, to be honest.
So Magneto...
Because there's still a little bit of the hype train for Thanos, so I think it has to die off first and then Magneto.
I'm looking forward to Magneto from Sideshow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to seeing New 52 Batman, quarter scale.
Oh, yeah.
Prime 1. Mm-hmm. And now I'm looking forward to 1/3 scale Jim Lee Batman. Yeah. And I guess Superman too. There. I'm looking forward to seeing those. And from Sideshow, keep my eye out on Marvel pieces.
Yeah.
Keep my eye out on any Batman pieces. So, other than that, just been moving stuff around, playing with hot toys.
Yep.
Which is a little bit more of an interactive hobby. So I've been doing that. I have like 5 hot toys here that I have yet to open. Because I don't get as excited about it as I do a statue. Mm-hmm. And my daughter and I haven't started making the videos for it yet. So I've been wanting to switch out some art, wanting to get some frames, wanting to get some more art up on the walls. Mm-hmm. And the collection tour will be coming soon. Because I have everything right where I want it. Just need to pick up some of the art, get these hot toys unboxed and into display cabinets. So I'm on vacation, so that'll happen next week. And I plan on shooting a collection update next week while I'm on vacation.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, so, and not a whole lot going on with our collections. Mm-hmm. Waiting for new arrivals.
Yep.
Waiting for hopefully new pre-orders at some point.
Yeah. Hoping for something soon.
Alright, Kwong. Kato, do you know what time it is?
Question of the week.
It's time for the question of the week. Last week we asked you, what do you think about all these delays? Mm-hmm. How long is a delay acceptable? What do you think about customer service and people notifying you in relation to delays? Mm-hmm. So we're going to share some of your answers with you right now. So first up, we got F State for Life. Is that Florida State? Could be.
Maybe.
Could be Florida State for Life, yes. So customer service is huge. I want to know if a piece that I paid for will be delayed. It is business 101. Could you imagine if a company like Apple charged you for a product, it was delayed, and you didn't get notified? I think that's an excellent point. Mm-hmm. Also, minimal delays are acceptable, but if every product you make is delayed for a substantial amount of time and quality control is absent, there is a problem. Buyer beware. So yeah, what if a company like Apple, Samsung, someone like that took your pre-order money and then
they delayed it
and they didn't tell you?
Mm-hmm. That's messed up.
You're just waiting for. You're like, I should have a new iPhone right now. It's May. They said it was coming out in May. What's going on with this new iPhone?
Yeah.
Customer service 101. Mm-hmm. So now there are a lot of companies have delays for their statues.
Yeah.
Some companies more than others.
Mm-hmm.
I like when Sideshow is going to delay something They send you an email and let you know.
Yeah, that's great.
Right? They give you a 3-month window. It's going to be beyond that window. Guess what? You're going to get an email. And I like that. Yeah. That's good customer service. We're going to go to Geraldo Vega, who says, Q of the week. I think that 2 to 3 month delay is acceptable. Delays are going to happen, and when it is for the right reason, I think are even welcome. Regardless of the delay length, I think companies should offer buyers a reason for the delay. For delays that are longer than 3 months, along with the ability to cancel with full refund.
Yeah.
I think that buyers should offer a small discount off the statue. The reason for that is that statue collecting is a year-to-year hobby, with collectors POing statues average 1 year out. With how closely collectors tend to plan their POs due to dollar amounts, a delay can not only hurt their plan, but also hurt their ability to maintain all of their POs due to shifting payment times. I think delays need to be taken more seriously by companies and offer some form of incentive to maintain their pre-order.
Yeah, Geraldo literally just said exactly the words I would say. Literally.
Well, Sideshow has a policy of you being able to get your refund back if there are so much delays. Mm-hmm. But other companies that are out there have similar policies, and then when you try to get your deposit back, they're like, nah.
Yeah. Well, because technically at that deposit, it's like literally deposit. Like it says non-refundable.
Technically, it's a non-refundable deposit. Mm-hmm. But Geraldo is right. We plan our budgets for stuff to come on a certain time. Mm-hmm. And what tends to happen, and what happened to me a lot last year, stuff snowballs into like 1 month. And you're like, I got 4 statues coming this month. And I got like $2,000, $2,500 coming out this month that I didn't plan for. Mm-hmm. And that's why I had to slim down my PCS pre-orders. Because it was just too much. I was looking at my budget. Like, I don't know when 1/3 Ryu is coming. That's $900. Mm-hmm. I don't know when this is coming. I don't know when that is coming. It completely messes up my budget. Yep. And that's why I actually switched to payment plans.
Yeah.
Because it's much easier to manage, a couple $100 at a time rather than $900, $500, all snowballing into one. When you have a payment plan, it doesn't snowball.
Yep. Agreed.
You're only in danger of that final payment and shipping snowballing, rather than all the statues becoming due at once.
Yeah.
So Squizzy614 says, another great show, guys. I have to agree with you, Joe. If I were going to get a life-size figure, it would have to be a real doll. LOL. Had me dying, bro. Ha ha ha. When it comes to the delays, I think Sideshow does it best. You have to keep the us informed on delays. It doesn't really bother me too much. In fact, a few of the delays I've had to endure has actually worked out better for my budget. It's when a statue gets released early, like Deadpool is, that it really affects my budget. I hope to still try and get him, but he's not a guarantee for me right now. Looking forward to the next episode. Stay safe, guys. Peace. Well, Squizzy, I think you make a good point about sometimes delays being actually good for your budget. Yeah. I've experienced that many times where stuff is snowballing and I get a delay email from Sideshow and I'm like, whew, thank God for that delay. Mm-hmm. Right? And then he talks about statues also getting released early. Mm-hmm. And that happened with the Wolverine and Hulk diorama. Yeah. And it happened with Deadpool too. In the case of Deadpool, I don't think his early release is affecting the payment plan. Mm. At least it didn't for me. Didn't really affect my budget at all. I didn't move it on my...
Which Deadpool are you talking about? Are you talking about the $600 Deadpool?
7.
Okay.
It didn't really... I don't think it affected my schedule too much. But the Hulk... the Wolverine and Hulk diorama, because I was going to pay that in full, did have a huge impact on my budget. Mm-hmm. So... I definitely prefer when things are delayed rather than when things are released early.
But a little bit delayed, not too much.
Because it does the same thing with the budget. It just...
helps you out, especially,
Yeah. So Jay Cha says, great chat, guys. The stuff with PCS is really disappointing for sure. It sucks because they're the premier company for Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat.
Agreed.
They know this, so there's no rush from them to get these things out. I now only pay deposit or buy them secondhand when they're released. No need for them to hold your money hostage for 2 to 3 years.
Exactly. That's exactly what we said too.
Yeah, paying in full. I mean, they give you a discount for paying in full.
15%, 10%, something like that.
But that's a lot of money to be in someone else's hands for 2 to 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, I'm thinking about pre-orders in general.
Yeah.
Right? There's not a lot of other stuff there's not a lot of stuff that you buy that you pre-order.
Mm-hmm.
Especially not expensive stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Because with other stuff, I may pre-order a video game, but I can wait till the day of and spend the same price on pre-order a video game.
Mm-hmm.
I can pre-order that video game the day before. Especially with digital releases now, I can pre-order a video game, I can pre-order a movie the day before, get all the same benefits, and not have my money tied up.
Yep.
But what other stuff? I guess we do sometimes pre-order like cell phones, but that's usually only like a couple weeks, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Like iPhones or sometimes Samsungs and all that stuff.
Nothing that we pre-order
A year in advance.
and has such delays.
Only thing I can think of is like a wedding or something, but that's just like a wedding. Like pre-ordering a venue or something. But
Well, that's different. That's way different.
Mm-hmm.
You're putting a deposit down for a specific date, and they can't delay it. You're the one who would have to delay it, right? We're going to go to Ricky Gradick, who says, "Hey, I love the channel. Great videos. I've been a subscriber for a while now. I started collecting because of you."
Because of you.
Well, I'm not sure if that's good or bad, Ricky, because that's a slippery slope.
Yeah,
but,
it is. It really is.
We appreciate it. So he says, I wanted to order my first statue for Pop Culture Shock, but like you and everyone say, the delays is what making me change my mind, but I want some of their Mortal Kombat pieces, like their Katana and Melina and Scorpion.
Yeah.
So do I go to their Australia website to order from, or I was thinking about buying off somebody, but nerves. He might get screwed over. LOL. So I recommended that it's okay to buy and sell from other collectors. It happens all the time.
Especially for Pop Culture Shocks, you do just buy off the deposit or something like that, don't you? Usually, most of the time.
A lot of people sell their deposits, and you can get them a lot of times. Just pay for a deposit a month before the statue's actually going to come. Statues start to ship, and people are like, okay, well, I'm going to sell my deposit. So
Exactly.
It's a big part. Buying and selling from collectors is a big part of the hobby.
Yeah.
Just do your research on collectors first. Make sure you know who you're buying from. If you're buying on eBay, make sure they have good ratings. Make sure they have lots of sales. If you're buying from collectors on Facebook, make sure you do a search for other sales from them. See how well known they are within the community, and see generally they'll have feedback sections to those buy sell trade pages where you can look up and see if people have left good feedback, or you can just ask, hey, I'm going to buy this statue from this guy. Has anybody dealt with him before? Give me some feedback.
Exactly.
So that's what's great about buying from someone in the community too. And then on those buy sell trade pages, what's also great is you can skip the eBay fees a lot of the times. And sometimes you can skip the PayPal fees too, but that's a little bit more riskier.
Yeah.
All right, so thanks everyone for your answers to our questions about delays. I think the general consensus is that delays are to be expected, but you got to let us know about it.
Oh, yeah.
And if they're going to be long, you got to give me my deposit back if I want it.
Yeah, I agree.
And sometimes if something's going to be delayed like a year, let us know what the heck is going on.
Yeah. At least give us a little bit of a perk, too, if you're going to delay. Like, for example, sometimes, Pop Culture Shock usually comes with an art print, but if I ended up still keeping the pre-order, be like, oh, yo, we're going to give you a courtesy art print. Bam. Not too bad. It's not great, but It's like one of those touches of like
I would
customer service,
say-
you know what I mean? Kind of like the A-Arch studio, what they did for you was that they threw in a comic book.
Mhm.
So that's something that I thought would be a good idea.
I would say, because of our delay, let me throw on 100 reward points or something like that.
Yeah.
Give reward points, give a $20 coupon to any in-stock items. Sideshow throws out coupons left.
Yeah,
right?
that's
I
they
get
do.
coupons
I get
from
emails,
Sideshow
all the time.
every single day. So throw out a coupon, throw out a discount, throw out some reward points, do something to thank people from
For being loyal.
for being loyal to you.
I agree.
And I'm okay with a little bit of delays.
I think nothing more than 6 months.
Yeah.
I think that's like my cutoff. 6 months is just like, I'm out. Kind of thing.
Yeah, but nobody likes delays. Sometimes they're beneficial, though. But definitely, keeping the customer informed is important to maintaining loyalty. It's important to keep people from ordering you again, and it's important just to have goodwill among your base of collectors. You want goodwill. You want people to keep coming back.
Agreed.
And then if you start getting a negative reputation,
Something up,
it's gonna bite you in the butt.
When you start getting negative stuff, you gotta somewhat change stuff.
And we want every company to succeed.
Yeah.
And the best way to do that is to make your customers happy.
Yeah.
Make us collectors happy. Charging an arm and a leg for some polystone. And some tiny little pants. Some tiny little boots.
With a little bit of cloth on it.
Yeah. It's not rocket science. Or is it? Yeah. So just keep us happy. So thanks for everyone for answering our question of the week. We'll have a new one for you next week, or maybe you have one for us. So actually, there was one for us.
Was it?
And so let's go to that, Kwong, and let's answer.
Ding.
All right, so we did have a question. We had a question from Comrade Rant, who asks, do you guys feel like Prime 1 is taking over almost all licenses? I can't blame the people wanting Prime 1 quality. Prime 1 quality is non-comparable. I even less care about every other company's, because I know in the future Prime 1 probably will get the license and just kill it. Do you feel a new era is out for Prime 1? Are you hoping that other companies will start pumping same quality because strong competition loves competition? And P.S. Sorry, bad English, not native. Well, I can read that fine, comrade.
Yep.
But so, do you feel like Prime 1 is taking over all the licenses?
I wouldn't say all, but they are getting a bunch of just random ones that when they get it, fans love it. Especially the huge example would be the animes. Some of these animes I haven't really heard of. I did grow up with Robotech, Garen, Login, or whatever it's called. Bunch of just random ones that it's kind of unexpected, but it's great because that was a huge thing earlier last year, later in the year last year when they announced that Prime 1 Studio was doing a whole anime license, and bam, that's what they've been throwing out. So I honestly think that's great. Yeah, when we're getting a Prime 1 Studio piece, the quality is really great. Not like perfect, but it's great, So in a way, I kind of do feel like they're taking over because they got Batman. What else can you really think of that they don't already have? They randomly got 40K and you're like super hyper about it. So it's like, you know what I mean? So I totally understand what Conrad Rant is saying. So
I understand too, but Prime 1 is still limited in its licenses,
yes.
and it's major licenses. Because a lot of the Arkham pieces are 1/3 scale.
yes.
Chun-li Batman is going to be in 1/3. Superman in 1/3. A lot of the movie pieces 1/3 scale. So, in a sense, they are getting a lot of licenses, but those licenses are still limited.
Yeah, like restricted onto what they can do.
They are doing some quarter scale DC, but it's strictly New 52, right? Yeah. And that's a limited license. They are doing some quarter scale Marvel statues, but again, that's in partnership with Sideshow.
Yes.
And so they are limited there as well. So they're not taking over yet because their licenses are limited.
Yes.
But they are adding to the competition, which is going to cause other companies to have to step up their game.
Yeah, because I feel like they're starting to knock on First Four Figures' door, literally. Like, just they're getting animes, and Force Figure usually does animes too, kind of ish.
They do.
So.
Well,
they do more video games, but they have Berserk too. First Four Figures have Berserk come out.
I think First Four Figures is a different type of company.
Sure.
Because they do the video game statues. They do some anime statues, but they're a different style. Whereas Prime 1 is more realistic.
True.
First Four Figures is more traditionally simpler.
Yeah. I guess the better example would probably be...
Less realistic, more true to the form.
Yeah.
True to the art. The original art.
Yeah. Because I guess the better example would be...
animated style rather than realistic style.
Yeah. Because I think the better example, I guess, would be, instead of Force Figure, would be Sumi art. Because Sumi art's definitely strictly just anime, mostly.
Comparing First Four Figures to Sumi art is better.
No. I mean, Sumi art to Prime 1 Studios. Does that make sense?
No.
No. Okay. Forget it. Just scratch it.
Comparing Prime 1 to Sideshow, is Prime 1's success and quality going to affect what Sumi art is doing? No. Prime 1 success and quality going to affect what First Four Figures is doing? A little bit, because there's some crossover with the anime now.
Yeah.
Is First Four Figures going to have to step up their game a bit because of what Prime 1 Studio is doing? It is probably going to have an effect on them. But competition is good. And I'm sure the guys at First Four Figures are like, yeah, you make some, badass statues, and then we'll try to make some more badass statues. Yep, and that's good for us collectors, right? And I do think that will force Sideshow to do better and more ambitious stuff too. And I think we're seeing that with Deadpool, and I think we're seeing that with Thanos.
Yeah.
But I do think they're not quite taking over because they're limited in their licenses, but I think their quality of their work is already causing other companies to up their game. And I think that's going to continue to have an effect on other companies with similar licenses. So thanks, Comrade, for your question. Let Comrade and us know what you thought of Comrade's question in the comment section below, and we may share some of your comments in next week's episode. And then if you have a question for us that you'd like to see us discuss on the show, let us know in the comments, and we read every one, and maybe we'll answer your question on the next episode. Now, Kato, it is time for our featured video.
Yes, it is.
And in this featured video, highlighting kind of a bigger channel, but this covers a statue, a smaller scale statue. So I wanted to highlight a smaller scale statue, a more affordable scale statue. So check out the Kylo Ren Star Wars The Force Awakens Kotobukiya ArtFX Plus statue video review from Pixel Dan. Well, Pixel Dan is a cool channel. He does cover a lot of the smaller scale Kotobukiyas, as well as a lot of other smaller scale stuff and action figures, different things like that. So if you're interested in becoming a collector and you don't have a lot of money, Kotobukiya is a good place to start. We don't focus on, I don't buy a lot of smaller scale statues.
More my area.
A lot of them to show you. We do show some, but check out the Pixel Dan's video of this Kylo Ren Star Wars statue. I think Kotobukiya is a good place for collectors to get started, and Pixel Dan does a good job of showing off this Kylo Ren statue from Kotobukiya. Hope you enjoyed this latest episode of Statue Talk. Let Kwong and I know what you think of some of the topics that we covered in this week's episode in the comment section below. You may even share some of your comments or questions on next week's episode. Now, Kwong, with everything that we saw and looked at today. What is your pick of the episode?
It's gonna be XM Studios Spider-Gwen.
Spider-Gwen.
Looks really good. Both of the
Spider-
portraits are awesome. Might be the one statue that I get from XM Studios.
Interesting.
So that'd be kind of cool.
Spider-Gwen does whatever a Spider-Gwen does.
Is that the theme song?
So my pick of the week is going to be Prime 1 Studios 1/3 scale Chun-li Batman teaser.
Not surprised.
You're not surprised? Neither am I, because I can't wait to see more of that. I want to see a new 52 Batman, and
Yeah,
I
I
want
wanna
to
see
see
that one too.
Chun-Li. I might have to get them both because I love Batman. Now, if you're an addict like me or a beginner collector like Kwong, and you can't wait a whole 2 weeks for the latest previews and pre-orders, check out our website, statuereview.com, and give us a like on Facebook. I try to share as much as I can, all the previews, all the pre-orders, all the stuff from around social media to those two places to give you a one-stop shop. All the latest previews and pre-orders. That way, scrolling through this stuff, you see this kid crashing on a bike, you see this crazy tornado video, you see Bernie Sanders going on about something, you see ads for KFC, and all you want to look at a statue. Go to those two places. Check them out. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to keep up to date on all of our latest reviews, unboxings, and updates to our collection. And there are some reviews coming. We got Black Panther, Air Raid Studios Death Dealer, and Jimmy Piccolo. He's been here for a while. Black Panther is going to come out next. Next weekend, I'm going to have the Black Panther review out for you. You know, I've been thinking about changing the style of the review, so
Yeah. Give it a try.
yeah, instead of, not for this next one, but any future ones, I just want to sit down and talk about it rather than writing up the full
Like you and me, just straight up talking about. Okay.
and then get
Give it a try and see how the viewers like it.
So just an idea I'm kicking around. That way I can get the reviews out faster than
That makes
what
sense.
I have been. Now remember, statue collecting is more than just a hobby, it's a lifestyle. This has been Joe Prodzik,
Paul Tramp.
also known as the Kato Kid. Thanks for watching. While you're doing your research the day of the show, you're reading.
I'm trying to read too, Joe. It's chilly, right?
Yeah, and no chemicals, just air. And now I'll show setting 2.